Hey, English 207, thank you for all your feedback and work on exercise 4. Let me do a little recap of your work to date. Some of the lessons from this assignment. Better understanding character background helps you understand their motivations. I can't really stress that enough. The more you can dig down into your characters, understand who they were, what made them who they are, will better help you understand what is motivating them inside a story. All of you should do this for all of the characters in your stories. Know who they were, how did they grow up, where did they grow up, where are they from, what makes them tick. That kind of information helps you craft stronger scenes. Understanding what a character wants in a scene makes it a stronger scene. This exercise was great at getting you to really think through what does this character want, and the more you can understand what they want in terms of who they are as a person helps you write a stronger and more realistic story. If you take the time and energy to understand your characters' backgrounds and motivations, it helps you avoid one-dimensional stock characters. A stock character is simply a one-dimensional person that we see all the time. It's the tough guy, it's the creepy lawyer, whatever that is. We see them all the time. Doing this extra work helps you better understand your characters and write better characters. Strong scenes function on multiple levels. So a scene in your story, ask what is it doing for your story. Obviously, you have to have some scenes to move along your storyline, but they can do more than that. They can also develop your characters, and they can also speak to important themes in your story. What is your screenplay fundamentally about? What is it you are fundamentally trying to do? And then think through how each scene in your screenplay helps you achieve that goal. Let's look at a couple examples. Nadine's story, The Big Question, she's got two characters, Ben who wants to marry Ashley and Ashley wants to break up with Ben. So you have sort of the classic love problem. What is it about Ben's background that had him fall for Ashley? Why did he fall in love with her as opposed to someone else? Does he have any reservations? What is it we know about Ben's background? There's so many opportunities here to really develop this into a powerful story. For example, what if Ben is coming off the heels of a really awful breakup and Ashley is his springboard back into trying to date again? That's very different than if Ashley reminds Ben of his very first girlfriend. Look at Maya's captivity. Maya is the one who's writing that really dark screenplay about a woman who is held captive by two people, Lorna and Ricky. There's so many great questions, and I think Lorna is going to be a key to her story. What is it about a character like Joanna who is able to preserve her inner strength so that she is able to try to find a way to get out of the awful situation she's in? That may sound like obvious, but many people thrown into an awful circumstance like this might just shut down from all the trauma. Lorna is a much more interesting character. She, on one level, seems to be under the thumb of Ricky, who's the person behind the captivity and the abduction. What is it that makes Lorna go along with this plan? What is it that enables Lorna to finally help Joanna? What is it about Lorna's background, who she was, who she is as a person, what happened to her in her life that enables her to make the decisions that she makes? I want to add one final sidebar, which is about raising the stakes. The more that you can raise the stakes in your story, the more that you can make it a compelling story that keeps your readers interested. So a lot of you had a minor character, such as a bartender or a waiter in your storyline. Let's say and some of you wrote as their motivation, the person wants to leave. Well, one of the reasons that person might want to leave is that work is almost done, they're tired and want to go home. But what if, for example, if someone has been 4 times late to pick up their kid from daycare and have been threatened with having their kid thrown out of the daycare if they don't pick them up on time, or even having the child sent to Child Protective Services? Wow, that really raises the stakes, and that's a way to make your stories a lot more compelling to your audience. Keep up the good work. We're going to be moving into the final stages of writing here in the weeks ahead. So now's the time really to think through your story, and I can't emphasize that enough. think through every aspect of your story. Good luck to you.